Welcome to part 2 of the video, and now continuing with number 5, continuing along with leadership styles. Now this one here is very important. Let's follow along here to the situational leadership model. The situational leadership model here explains the supportive behavior, and that is a low delegation and high support behavior, as to where the low supportive behavior is high directive and very low supportive. So explaining this better, where we see delegating and support, more of a coaching and a supportive here up here where you see the curve in S3 and S2. It's a moderate to high competence and a vario of commitment. You also see in the green, there's low directive and low supportive behavior. That's not exactly where we want to be. We want to be more at the low directive and high supportive, right? And also high directive and high supportive. Through coaching is where we want to stand, not through directing or delegating or being authoritative. We want to stay within that ground and understand the difference. Now, to explain this a little bit better, leadership styles are as follows here. The self-managed leadership style is where groups of associates work together to accomplish tasks, and this holds responsibility for the entire process with no titles, and everyone wins as a whole. Then the next one is transformational. It focuses on managing the transformation of teams to their highest potential of success. I've seen this happen. It's pretty awesome to see. Then the transactional one is more of the common one, the transaction between a manager and an employee, where they focus on accountability, rewards, and getting the job done. It's the more common one we have. So primal, it emphasizes on the emotional and social maturity of the leader. The emotional intelligence of the leader can have an effect on the outcome of the overall attitude and behavior of the team. Then we go into resonant. It's kind of like primal, but this difference here is that leaders connect with their team in fellowship and resonance. This is where the resonant part comes in. Transactional versus transformational. I wanted to point out the difference here because they are very important. The styles and the benefits are that transactional leadership is a style that ensures the work is getting accomplished by a reward transaction. Transformational leaders are influencers that transform their team into the highest level of success. So what are the outcomes? The outcome is that a change in leadership style from transactional to transformational can help the diverse team become unified as the team progresses into their highest potential. So it's more about unity than directivity. Now, the 5 practices we want to focus on of effective leaders are pointed out here. The first one is to model the way. So this includes providing honesty, authenticity, and integrity above all. The second one is to inspire a shared vision. This gets everyone on the same end goal. And the third is to challenge the process and maintains motivation to improve performance and enables others to act by coaching and developing the team. Encourages the heart. So this is good when we celebrate collective effort and growth. Something we can't forget about. Now, the next one here is how to gain credibility as a leader. Very important. First one is we intellectually become competent. So we have significant contributions to the team. We have interpersonal competence also, which is quality relationships with team members. Find common ground, understanding the concerns of others before implementing an agenda. Provide evidence, so calculating direction and analyzing issues. Connect emotionally, so demonstration of passion and commitment for the job. Conduct effective meetings, so keeping meetings constant and informative is key in any team setting. This will keep the leader within credibility and also within unity. All right, last but not least, it's leading special teams. We want to wrap up here with this important aspect of leading special teams. So the creative problem solving process into leading the teams here is quantity, quality, capture idea and detail, differences of good and bad. But we're going to start with quantity. So what we mean by that is to gather a large number of ideas through diversity and brainstorming of all possibilities. We all have them, we just got to gather them. So that's quantity. Quality is to produce or manufacture unique ideas that will be taken into consideration of all categories of the company's goal, right? So that's the quality, and this means also to brainstorm at its finest through creativity of all peers. The joining of our creativity, in other words. And this means also to capture in detail. So we are looking at the bigger picture by developing group, abstract, and out-of-the-box ideas into realistic solutions. The idea into reality. So this is in order to implement these successfully into the company at the end of the day, right? So to wrap up a little bit more here, we look at the good and the bad outcomes. So taking notes of the pros and cons, considering the best possibilities of the outcome, but also the obstacles that might arise. That is key as well. We have to anticipate. So thinking diversely means that we have to have fluency, flexibility, originality, and elaboration. First, fluency means producing a large number of ideas for understanding or problem solving. Next is flexibility. So this is where we are able to produce ideas in a variety of categories. That's the flexibility part. Originality is the ability to produce unusual and unique ideas. Elaboration, generating details and depth of creativity. Let's not forget that diversity creates originality. And praise God for that. Dysfunctions of a team and life cycle. So in this portion, we're talking, wrapping up and concluding what we have been talking about. We have a list here once again, so we can look at it. The first one is designing teams. The second one is conflict resolution, very important. The third is team assessment, decision making, leadership styles. We talked about the different types of leadership styles, as self-managed, transactional, and transformational, and also leading special teams as far as creativity and adversity in our own unique way. So all of these implement the life cycle of a team, as well as the ways that we can fix and work on the dysfunctions, so that when they do arise, we have backup and we understand exactly what is going on. So thank you for listening. Here are the life cycles of a team and the 5 dysfunctions. Don't forget to share this with your team members and your leaders, and let's keep this ball rolling by implementing these ideas throughout our workday and throughout the work year for a successful and also a much better year than the last. Thank you. Until next time.